Hey guys, welcome back. I am doing one more video of Hearthstone here before I call it a day. I was talking about my Mage deck during the last video. I call it Real Madness. I don't know why. I think it's kind of... I think it was based off the fact that one of the pre-built decks is called Madness or something to the effect of Madness, but I like my build better. A lot of secrets built into the deck. That's pretty much its main focus. A lot of secrets. It's a secret heavy deck. Blizzard developer. And Hogger. Oh my god, Hogger. If any of you guys have watched the Let's Play with myself and Jareth and Andrew when we're playing World of Warcraft, Jareth goes nuts over Hogger. It is super funny. Hogger is just, he's one of them characters that Jareth has to go out of his way to kill. And as soon as Hogger came into view, we didn't stand a chance. He was getting away from us and going in there to murder it. So that's over on the Flick Freaks YouTube channel. So get over there and check them out. Andrew puts up a bunch of really wonderful stuff. Alright, nothing for the first turn. This is a very turn 2, turn 3 heavy deck. I have basically nothing in here at a turn 1. There's a few things that might have. I can't recall exactly, but I know good and well that there is plenty of turn 2, turn 3 things. Love that little guy. Those shielded mini-bots are pretty cool. Not as cool as my mad scientists. Because when that sucker pops, no matter if it's their turn, my turn, whatever, I get a free secret. And like I said, lots of secrets in this deck. Lots of secrets. Drop it in the lava. What I get? Yeah, buddy.
Not on my watch.
Okay. Let's steal one, no, let's kill them. That'll vaporize him when he swings in. That'll clear his side of the board out entirely. Bring it, mini-bot. Yep. So much for that divine shield. Let's see, and I can bug zap those like nobody's business. Fireball! Okay, one thing that I've learned is if you drop a polymorph and a mirror entity, whatever they drop, you get a copy of that, and then their character turns into the sheep. So if you do both, you get both. It's super cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and see if I can actually do that. So I'll probably, whatever they drop, I'll probably frostbolt it. Maybe not. Okay. This is my bread and butter. Love that guy. Alright. Machine Gun Sally. Alright, pop that. Torch that. Okay. I'll drop him into play and then throw down Duplicate. They'll feel pretty much obligated to kill this guy because he just cranks out shot after shot after shot after shot after shot. But by killing him, they're going to ultimately give me 2 new ones.
Not on my watch.
Pretty much everyone just goes straight for the Flame Walker. Hey, that's my one caster. I knew I had a one caster. Nice. Couldn't ask for anything better. Okay, they're pretty much... I almost guarantee they're going to kill this guy. Yup. Yup. Now I'll hold one back. I'll hold one back, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop in What do I want to drop after that? You know, tell you what, I'll go ahead and do this. I'm going to do this, and I'll drop that guy. Ooh, nice. Okay. Now, whatever they drop, whatever it's going to be, I'll get a copy of it myself, and they will get a sheep. So, that's just, I think it's just a good trade. This deck does kind of take a beating, though. There's not a whole lot of health gen, not a whole lot of... Yep, thank you. And you get a sheep. Love that. All day long. Okay. Because they'll be bound up for a turn, so there's no real reason for me to fireball right there. I could have taken this guy out because he's a 4, but I'll probably... Yep. Yep.
Can I help you, sir?
Nice. Nice. Thank you. Man, I love Jeeves.
Reporting for duty. Let me get back.
Love Jeeves. Ooh, super cool.
You want it?
I got it. Okay, now I'm gonna take this. I'll drop this. I'll throw this down. 4 points for free. Then we shall...
Flame on! Flame on!
Yep.
Let me get back.
Nice. Nice. Okay, now probably gonna cast a spell and you're gonna give it to me. Hogger! Oh my god, it's Hogger!
The light protects me.
Hogger! At the end of your turn, summon a 2/2 no with taunt. No. Aw. Fair enough. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
Okay.
Let me get back.
Now, I'm going to use my Mad Scientist to kill this dude. Or, better yet, I can use this in conjunction with this, and that would be a much better idea. Yep. Free. What'd I get? Oh, very nice. Very nice. Alright, we're looking good. Yeah, this deck turns around super quick. Yep. Probably gonna hit here. Nope. It's unfortunate. Really is. Oh, yeah.
Want it?
I got it. Okay. I've got 2 of these, the Forgotten Torches, in the deck already. I have no polymorph, so I don't operate off polymorph. It's too costly. It's low effective. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's effective. It's just not what I want. So I'm probably going to do it with this mirror entity. because I don't have one currently active. So I'll drop it to toss out 2. 1, 2. There you go. Then we'll do this. Nice. Damn. Okay, I was really hoping that it would hit it one more time. But it didn't. So, oh well. I'm going to kill this because I've got the other walker. That'll hit for 6. Now I've got 12 damage that I can do between these two. You've only got 10. Counterspell,
The
that,
light protects me.
this especially.
The light protects me.
This is going to prevent them from being able to just straight up murder me off the bat. Yeah, I'm solid. I really don't see me losing this. Because they're going to attack and gain 2 life. That'll be 12. Yep.
Red alert.
Yep.
Well played.
The victory
Yep.
is yours.
Wasn't a whole lot of choice there. They didn't have a whole lot that they could go off of. I really like this deck. Let me show it to you. There it is. So these guys, as you saw, pump out 3 damage to random targets. Well, in conjunction with the Flame Walker, that's 5. Now I have nothing in here that boosts damage. This just gives me extra spells, which again feeds into the Flame Walker. And because I'm operating so heavily off of secrets is why I'm using these Cabal Lackeys, because they give me a free one, which if I've got the Walker on the board gives me just 2 free damage for throwing down a secret. Super beneficial. Free spell, or not free spell, 1 cast cost spell, free blockers, I should say, 2 of them. Frostbolt, 2 mana for 3 damage, and it freezes it. Wonderful card, demonstrably great all the way across the board. I love everything about it. Mad Scientist gives me the ability to pop one of the secrets straight into play. Don't even have to worry about it. Love everything about that. Counterspell, I've recently put this into the deck. It didn't originally have it. There's only 1 copy of it, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I balanced it out with another copy, or with the polymorph here. I primarily operate off the duplicate. Now, whenever I get duplicate, I will either try to duplicate the Mad Scientist, the Cabal Lackey, or the Flame Walker. Those are my 3 targets that I really want to operate off of for my duplicate. Clearly the Flame Walker, like I said, that's pretty much where I've got it at. These guys are great because not only are they 3 casting costs for 3 damage, but it also puts a Roaring Torch back into the deck, and it gives 6 damage the next go around. So it's a double spell for the second time around, twice the damage. Great card. Single card for the ice block. Again, the deck doesn't have anything really built into it to protect me per se, so there's not the what's this thing called, ice barrier. There's no ice barrier. There's nothing that really regens health. Everything that is in the deck is straight out of the Mage block. There's nothing out of the neutral territory here. So I had to kind of improvise a little bit. The ice block comes in handy, and it sits there long term. And one thing I've found is the more you play a mage, the more things you start to realize what it is you can and can't do. There's certain things that trigger all of these spells or all these secrets. Whenever you cast a spell, that one pops. Whenever one of them dies, that one pops. Each of them have a tell. Well, if you've used your hero ability, if you've played a character, if you've done all of these things and there's still a secret sitting there, chances are it's going to be that ice block. Mirror entity, as we already saw in game, super useful because oftentimes the other players pumping out creatures left and right, and obviously they're putting them in there for good reason. So why not use one against them? Polymorph potion is beneficial because it takes whatever it is they were going to be throwing down and sheeps it. Sheep in a character is super annoying, but hey, because they made this into a secret form and it's only 3 casting costs, so it's kind of a time delay, I don't have to worry about using a regular polymorph. Now advantage of a regular polymorph, even though it costs one more, the advantage there is I get to select my target with that, assuming I have it in hand. Whereas the potion of polymorph is just kind of whatever it is that I get. So, you know, it's got its ups and downs. But because this is a secret-heavy deck, this is a much better fit for me. Vaporize, super helpful. Makes it to where even if I don't have a character on the board, you know, they can swing at me and I can toast their character. Sometimes you can bait someone into attacking you and making them think that they've got a free and clear path, only to get vaporized. I've done that a handful of times. The Kabbalist's Tome is super useful. I get 3 random mage cards. So not only is it a spell that feeds into the Flame Walker, so I toss it down, I get 2 damage. I also get 3 new spells that, again, give me 2 per each, so that's a total of 6. Not to mention whatever it is that you happen to get out of the deal. If you get a fireball, you get another 6 damage on top of that for 4. And if you've already played this card, you clearly already have 5. So yeah, I mean it pays for itself overall. The Conjurer, again, gives you another spell. Not only is it a big bruiser, it's a 6/3, great card. Most people try to deal with it really, really early on. You throw it down, most people are like, oh shit, it's a 6/3. Really what I'm gunning for here is the spell more than anything, and because I get to pick what spell it is once I drop this guy on the board, oftentimes I end up getting more secrets. I get more secrets. And then lastly, you have to have, in my opinion, you have to have a wipe. You have to have some way of dealing with numerous amounts of characters. That's why I've got Blizzard. That's why I run Blizzard. I know that there is a... Oops, where to go? I know that there is a bigger version, the Flame Strike, but it costs 7. And yeah, it does 4 to each of them. But 4 is not always enough to kill everything. And 2's not enough to kill everything, but this one also has the caveat of it freezes them as well, and that's what's beneficial to me. So the freeze gives me an extra turn to try to deal with things. It gives me an option of trying to toss down maybe a Vaporize, or you know, I could torch something or whatever. There's advantages to giving myself the extra turn. It's a moment of breathing room. It doesn't always help, but I find the Blizzard to be more useful than the Flame Strike most of the time. I would run the Cabal Crystal Runner because it costs 2 less for each secret I've played during the game, so as you can see, I toss out tons of secrets. I get a really, really cheap and easy 5/5. That wouldn't necessarily be bad, but she doesn't really fit the mold. I'm operating more off of spells than this, so that's why I'm not really running her. Same thing kind of goes with the Ethereal Arcanist. This is something that's supposed to sit there in long term. If I've got one of these secrets sitting on the board, he gets perpetually bigger and bigger and bigger, and he is a threat. And you know, most people are going to deal with him real early on. But again, he doesn't really fit the mold of what it is I'm trying to do. Outside of that, I don't have a whole lot of other reasons for not running some of these things. Like the Ice Barrier, it's pretty much interchangeable for me with some of these spells, or for some of these other ones. Like I could probably switch out the Polymorph Potion and add in the Ice Block and be just fine. Kind of the same thing with this one, the Effigy. I can't say this word. This one right here, Effigy. Sure, why not? That sounds good. Effigy. Because it replaces a character, but I don't know what it is I'm necessarily getting. And I've actually had this work against me by throwing it into play, and something else shows up, and it's not always a good thing, so I pulled it. The Sorcerer's Apprentice, great card, good cost, wonderful ability. It's just that I can pretty much throw down everything in this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1 casting cost, 2 2s, and then the remainder are 3s with the exception of these last 3 right here. So I've got tons of cards that fall well within range and cost, so there's no reason to really drag down its cost right here. That's just filling up 2 slots that I could be using for spells. You know, I'm doing a lot of freeze things. I could do a Shatter, but again, not really worth it. The only things I've really got that freeze are going to be my Frostbolt and my Blizzard, and outside of that I don't have anything that's really going to be doing a lot of frost damage. The Unstable Portal, I was running this for a long time. Great 2 casting cost spell, and it gives me a random card and makes it cheaper. The problem is I don't always know what I'm getting, and that is a problem for me, because I've ended up with cards that, you know, they've actually worked against me, and so it just found its way back out of my deck again. Flame Cannon, super useful. I do recommend it, but you don't get to pick your target. And although it is a 2 casting cost spell, sometimes it sits in your hand, especially if you're not playing against something that has a whole lot of characters. So if you throw down your Flame Walker and you're sitting on one of these things waiting for a monster, something to be dropped, and nothing comes, then you're occupying your hand. Everything that I'm running here is heavily driven as I keep going over towards these secrets, and all of that feeds straight into the Flame Walker. Mad Scientist, straight into the Flame Walker. Everything here does exactly that. And I think as I start to unlock some more cards, because I've got a lot of the Mage cards, but I don't have all of them, as you can see. There's quite a bit that I have not unlocked yet. So as I continue to unlock some of these things, I'll probably change up some of this stuff, but for the most part I'm pretty confident and comfortable with what it is I've got. And disenchant my extras. So yeah, that's real madness right there. I enjoy it. Like I said, good deck, decent build, and I'm comfortable with what it is for now. And as more secrets and things of that nature start to come out, the more it is that I think that I'll be able to refine what that particular deck does. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Get a chance, get over and check us out. We are at alltowermedia.com. That'll take you to our Spreaker page, where we have several of our videos posted up, and by videos I mean our podcast. And of course you can go over to YouTube and check out anything and everything that we've been involved in. And of course I'm on over at Flick Freaks on a very regular basis with my good buddy Jareth, who is on Flick Freaks almost always. Andrew is the host over there at that show, and totally worth listening to if you guys aren't already doing so. But I'd imagine that if you're over here listening to me, you've probably already been listening to him. So other than that, guys, I think we've pretty much covered everything we need to on this particular video. Perhaps this next go around I will jump into the what was the name of that game? The Arena. That's what I'm trying to say. Words hard. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a safe day.